my posts and I hear people whine and complain. I'm not saying no names, I'm just speaking in general. I hear you whine and complain about how people don't support you. And what I keep trying to say to people, it works both ways. Are you supporting those other people? And if you are and they're not supporting you, then you're going to have to move on. I mean, it's fucked up, but that's how people are. You know, maybe they don't see what they're doing. Maybe they don't realize what they're doing until you call them out on it. You know, it's like, yo, you want me to support what you're doing, but you can't support what I'm doing. Now, whether we want to admit it or not, we need people's support. We need people's support for us to do what we do. Even for this radio show, I need people to listen, obviously, right? Because if nobody's listening, how can I call it a radio show, right? How can I call it a podcast show? If I do my music and people don't listen, I mean, I could still call myself an artist, but artist with no audience, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, you know, it is what it is. People are the way they are, and they ain't gonna change. You know, so you mess with the positive people, the people that's going to be there for you, that's going to support what you do, and that's it. You can't waste your time trying to make these other people see your talent. You see what I'm saying? You can't make them see it. Either they're gonna see it or they don't. Like, I promote in my own way. Like, I'm not computer savvy. I'm not the best person when it comes to all this technology. I'm learning. My music is getting out there. It's on Spotify. It's on everything. Because when you send your things out to certain people, they cover that for you. You know, but then there's some things you got to cover for yourself. Like, you know, I like the visual, so I'm going to be putting some music videos out soon. I'm not going to say when, because I don't like to do that and then shit don't happen. So that's how I move. I move in a spontaneous way. You never know what I'm going to do. And I'm not saying like I'm all that or nothing like that, because it's just me. I don't know no famous people, but what I do is try to reach out to everybody. Now, some people respond and some people don't. It's all about networking, talking to people, getting your music out there. Like, I used to give away some of my CDs for free. I sold some of them. Shout out to Russell Mills. He helped me sell them too. You know what I'm saying? And DeMarco helped put it out. Shout out to Ray Savage, because he's promoting my music. He's putting it out. And by the way, we got a single out by the Prodigals called So Boston. And y'all need to check that out. And you know, I got my project out called The Soul in Me, where I'm taking a little, you know, trying to do something a little different, trying to do some R&B stuff. But I actually been singing or whatever, but it's just, you would hear it here and there on certain songs, but it wasn't like, I wasn't really taking it fully serious. I was taking it serious, but not to where I am now. But the next one will probably be better. This one was like, I'm trying to hurry up and get it out. It wasn't rushed, but at the same time, it's like, I knew I had to get it. So I put out five tracks or whatever. You know, hopefully I'll be able to do a video to a few of them, maybe 3, and then that's it. Then I'm going to move on to the next project. Because you only live once, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well do what you love doing. Shout out to people that's still going on vacation, regardless of this corona situation. I mean, I went to New York with, I've been to New York a few times, you know. Went to New York with DeMarco, Mickey, DJ Motivation, Jason Heat. Well, you know, these are my high school buddies, DeMarco and Jason, you know. But we plan to go back to New York, and, you know, they did an interview on me, so y'all stay tuned for that on my music and whatever. Shout out to also Red Skills, this female rapper. I've known her for years. We did music together. We did a video together, and we're working on some stuff now. I did a couple of songs with her. I did a couple of songs on her project. She did a couple of songs on my project. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the Prodigals project, the full project. We've been putting out singles for y'all. And Also, I got a show coming up in September. It's a Virgo show that they're putting, Sonny Thompson is putting together, and a couple other people. Man, I told them, what the hell? Like, I haven't done a show I haven't performed in a minute. Might as well. We'll see how that's gonna go, you know. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's really all about support. People supporting each other, man. What people do. Um, Shout out to everybody this, doing their thing, regardless of what's going on in the world with this pandemic, and got to stay quarantined. And even if I have to do the what do you call it, the virtual shows, I'll do that. They've been a few. This place has been reaching out for me to do that, so I am going to see what's up with that and see how that goes. But it's all about people buying tickets, and there's some people that's cheap. They got a whole bunch of excuses. Again, support works both ways. When people come to me and they ask me to do this, I do it for them. So I understand where that other person is coming from, but that question goes out to that person too. Are you supporting people? Because honestly, you're not either. So unless the other people don't matter, like if you're not in this certain category, people don't mess with you. It's like high school all over again. You had the nerds, you had the jocks, you had the thugs and the, drug dealers or whatever. That's how I seen it, and then you had the misfits or whatever, the nerds or whatever. Everybody had their own, it's funny, they had their own table. You know what I'm saying? That everybody had their own table of they had the Asian people over here, the Dominican people over here, the Puerto Rican people over here, the Haitian people over here, the Jamaican people over here. There was one crowd that just blended with all the popular kids, so it was all different nationalities. So that crowd was kind of all right, but they were superficial, and you know that's kind of how this business is, man. It's like this popularity thing, or who, I'm not really messing, but me, I don't even think about that, man. I talk to the underdogs. I deal with the underdogs, the so-called big artists in Boston. I've been around them. Maybe I haven't performed around them. I did a few shows around certain people, whatever, man. But together we stand, divided we fall. Like, we can't do this by ourselves. As much as people try to act like they got it like that, nah, everybody, you don't got it like that. You know what I mean? Some people, some people are, obviously bigger achievers. They make things happen because they know how to connect with certain people, so things happen for them. They put in the work. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, things are not going to happen. There's no such thing as people becoming stars overnight. Only a few people are blessed enough for that to happen. And I'm watching the Master P and the Rough Rider thing, and you get to see how they came from the bottom and now they're on top. And now they're, you can only be at the top for so long. So when you're there, you gotta like really take advantage of that. You know what I mean? That's what I learned from that. I mean, you got the greats like DMX, and listening to Master P, and listen to a few of the other artists, and the producers behind it and everything. It's like you got to be driven too. You got to really want to do this. Like, I've been doing this music for years, but there's still a lot of people that don't even know who the hell I am. But see, the blessing with that is when you put your music on YouTube, or you put your music on all these places, you put it on SoundCloud, even people try to knock SoundCloud or whatever, but I've been putting music on there since MySpace. I've been putting music up. You know what I mean? I had no idea how to do that. People had to show me how to do it, and then you had to believe in your craft and develop your craft. And is there ever room for improvement? For me, it is. You know what I mean? Because You got a 9 to 5. It's kind of hard to put 100% into doing your music, So when I get the chance, that's what I try to do. But same thing with the radio thing. I take it serious. It started off crazy, it started off funny, but I'm learning a lot of tricks with that. And yeah, a lot of people telling me to put the YouTube thing up, and there's a lot of technical stuff with that. So you really know how to do all that. And I'm talking to a few people. Like I said, I'm trying to take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And I reached out to celebrities, like real people, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, reached out to Nick Cannon and people like that. Have some of them responded back? You know the answer to that. That's why I stopped following them for a while. But you have some that actually do follow. You actually do respond back, and it's actually them or their agent or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know how it really works, but sometimes it's them, and sometimes it's not them. But it is them, but it's somebody else doing that. But sometimes you're speaking actually directly to the person. And if you have a talent or something that they see that gets their attention, they're going to respond. Like the girl that played Faith on the Notorious, about Biggie or whatever. I said something to her and she responded back. I'm following her on Instagram. I'm following her on Twitter. So some people do respond back. Some people don't. We all people at the end of the day. Some of us get into that, take that star-strucken thing. You just have a different job. You're more public than other people, other professions. It's a job. It's a job. You have talent. I think people get stuck in that. Like, I'm not one of them people I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong. Like, I appreciate other people's work. That's even people that's even local. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed to tell them, yo, what you're doing is dope. I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, some people are so big, they don't want to tell people that they're good. They're biased on purpose because they don't want to tell people that they actually have talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never had a problem telling anybody that. But yet some people want to hate on me, but that's a different story. It is what it is. Because like I say, with the love is going to come the hate. You know what I'm saying? It can't be too far away from the love. That's just the world. That's how it was with Jesus. There was people that loved Jesus, and there's people that hated Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And hated on him. That's why he was crucified or whatever, because there was people that just, you think you're the son of God and la la la, you know what I mean? So they did what they did to him. So who am I, who of any of us to think that we're not going to be hated on when the greatest story ever told, the person that went through so much hell to save our soul. But that's a whole nother story, man. That's a whole nother story, But definitely just want to say what's up to everybody that's on this page, everybody that's not or whatever. But yeah, man, we gotta support each other, man. We gotta support each other a lot more. Show love, man. Even hit like. You know what I'm saying? What's the? I mean, what is it gonna kill you to just support that person? They'll find out themselves if they're dope or if they're not dope. But do you want to really be one of those people to kill their spirit? You see what I'm saying? That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that kind of person. That's why you see me. I'm supporting people. I'm telling people to check this out, check that out. Shout out to the homegirl Babs. That's all the way from Indiana. You see what I'm saying? It's all about networking. I had no idea who this woman was. But I reached out to her, you know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to do some music together. It never happened. She's still, it'll happen in time. If it don't, I'm cool with that. Just knowing her and she's knowing me. I say, what up, sis? If I didn't hear from her in a long time, she said, what up, bro? What up, big bro? That's how it is. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And just, ain't nothing sexual. She got a man, and even if she didn't, that's not even the kind of dude I am. You know what I'm saying? Things took a turn in a lot of crazy ways with people because when you don't know somebody's attention, you don't trust, because there is a lot of snakes out there. Let's just be real with it. We know there's a lot of snakes out there. So, of course, everybody wants to look out for the snakes, but sometimes you can't see them because they're really hiding in that grass. You know what I'm saying? They're really out there. That's why some people, you got the big circles and some people got small circles, because small circle, then you can identify more with who the snake is. But when the circle's so big, you're like, who's really for me, who's really not? Goes back to Jesus with the disciples. You know what I'm saying? Somebody here is going to betray me. And they did. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. There's always one snake there's always somebody you can't trust in your circle. I said there's always somebody that you cannot trust in your circle. So you do got to be careful for that. If your circle is small, like I said, then you already know that it's going to be better. Those are the people that's really going to be there for you. And then you're going to have people that just hide, pretend they really wish you well, but they really don't mean you well. They want the worst for you. But when they're in your face, they're like, ha ha ha, great job, wonderful, you did good. But behind you, they're stabbing you in the fucking back. You know what I'm saying? So those are the motherfuckers you gotta look out for. Because they want to get in more to know more about you, to hurt you, not to praise you. They want to hurt you. They want to see what your weakness is. You know what I'm saying? They want to see whether you, and I know some people going to say, oh, I don't have no weakness. They're not going to be able, they don't know everything about me. They're never going to be able to, but you don't know that, though. You don't know. Trust me. It could be somebody that's real close to you that can just stab your ass in the back, do a Cain and Abel on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look out for that. We all got to look out for that. We all got to look out for the snakes. You see what I'm saying? On that note, check out D-CEE's Hotspot on Spotify, Anchor, all digital platforms. But I would encourage you to mainly go on there. I don't know who's just trying to messing up my video right now. But yeah, that's it anyways. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Stay blessed. Stay positive. It's your boy D-CEE, the musical artist, and I'm out.